This meeting is being recorded.
Hello everyone. Today with us Brian McGleenon, who is the host of Yahoo Finance new cryptocurrency show, The Crypto Mile, and work as a feature writer for Yahoo Finance. He has conducted Yahoo Finance video interviews with significant protagonists in the cryptocurrency and fintech sector, such as former Chancellor of the Exchequer Felix Hammond, Carnado co-founder Charles Hodkinson, digital artist Emily Yang, and former Reagan administrator, senior economic advisor Steve Hanke. He also writes long-read articles for The Independent on geopolitics and cryptocurrency. Brian has reported on finance and cryptocurrencies for the City Desk of Evening Standard and the Daily Express and UK News presenter for the Fusey Television's Goody News and Viking More. I welcome you, Brian, from Center for Blockchain and Policy Research. So, Brian, before starting this interview, I would like to know your views on cryptocurrency, as you have been widely writing on it.
Just my general view. I suppose my general view is there's lots of potential, but there's also lots of room for people to lose a lot of money in the so-called crypto casino. So it's kind of come at a time of if we're going to get into political economics about it, it's come at a time when the global economy is facing late-stage capitalism, and a lot of people are facing extreme cost of living crisis, and people can't get on property ladders, and people are losing their jobs. So the crypto casino, as it's been known to called, or if you go to Binance, obviously it's been called the shitcoin casino. You can go to all these different types of casinos, but it really sells that promise that you can actually get life-changing wealth in a very short amount of time because of the past experiences with coins like Shiba Inu, or even if you look at Bitcoin's trajectory from when it first arose, or even Ethereum, if you had to put money into Ethereum in the early days. So it's got a low barrier to entry. A lot of people can't afford traditional stocks. So it's been driven by retail investors. And that is one of the big issues which drives its volatility. So
okay, Yeah. So I wanted to ask that these days, as a lot of people have lost a lot of money in cryptocurrency, so do you think now the stability will come, or has the crypto winter finally over?
Well, I would think I would like to, if you look in the short term, it looks like crypto winter might actually be, there looks to be like a recovery. If you look at the overall market cap today, it's all in the green today, and people are looking at UK inflation at 13%, or the coming Ethereum merge. Number of Bitcoin holders has risen over the last couple of months. So there looks like a market rally, but I don't think so. I think there need to be big changes in the global economy for Bitcoin to pull out of this current winter. And I would think that if you look at the fundamentals, we could be in a crypto winter right up until a year or even 2 years, because as I said before, it's mostly based on retail and disposable income from like retail investors. But I suppose there's a lot of institutions now looking at dipping their toe in. When you've got BlackRock, you've got Fidelity, and big investment management firms like that. But then you've got interest rates are rising, and that's sucking trillions of dollars out of the economy. So liquidity is in the reverse. It's a big sort of pullback. The Fed raising interest rates, Bank of England raising interest rates. So unless there is, and obviously Bitcoin, which drives the rest of the crypto market, it correlates with the NASDAQ, and the NASDAQ then is suffering due to the pressures of the coming of the recession. Unless there's like peace in Ukraine and opening up of China or some big macroeconomic event, I don't see there being a turnaround anytime soon. But there is kind of signals on the horizon of mass adoption. Now, if mass adoption does, but that's not going to happen overnight. Like we had Meta suggesting that they're going to have NFT features in Instagram and also possibly Facebook, and then we've got Disney partnering up with Polygon, which has got a big presence in India, and possibly Bollywood. I don't know. I was going to ask you about that. I was chatting to somebody from Polygon, and they were saying there could be some connection with the Bollywood film industry, and that all sort of, and people, and more people getting Web3 wallets and knowing how to access Web3 style sites, like that all sort of signals mass adoption. But then when you've got these macroeconomic undercurrents, I don't think this is going to happen overnight, this recovery.
No, I completely agree that, because this is a new change and Web3 is entering with blockchains and NFTs. So the environment in India is very much conducive to Web3 and the blockchains. But as the government is very much wary about cryptocurrencies, the crypto market in India, as per the regulators, they don't have the government backing right now, the crypto market. But for the Web3 and all, government is very pro, and government wants to jump into this bandwagon because they want to be part of the technology. As you know that India is becoming one of the startup capital of the world, as we are getting a unicorn every week, or 3 unicorns every week. So that's happening. But regarding the cryptocurrency, the regulators and the administration, the bureaucracy, they are not very up with the crypto thing. Rest, all the technological development, they are keeping a close eye watch, and they are very, not pro but not against also. But about the cryptocurrency, the government doesn't seem very much pro cryptocurrency. I wanted to ask that now, within the last decade, there's a lot of cryptos which have entered the market. We have Ethereum, you have Dogecoin, and many others, and Bitcoin, as you say, drives the market. So according to you, which or the pool of cryptocurrency you think will play a significant role in the coming years, say 2 years or 5 years? Apart from Bitcoin, because I think Bitcoin is here to stay. What do you think?
Yeah, I suppose we could even rule out Ethereum as well, because it's a no-brainer as well. Like, you know, Ethereum, if people aren't investing in Ethereum at this moment in time, with the merge approaching, well, I'm not giving financial advice, but the merge is going to come mid-September, and if there is going to be, if people are looking for short-term gains, then Ethereum is definitely a good vehicle to ride. But I tell you what, and this is going back to obviously India as well, and the pool of talent in India. Polygon, a lot of the developers are from India, and I think in the short term, Polygon just looks set to moon. You know, it just looks set to rise even further than it already has, and there's a lot of different issues behind why Polygon is positioned in this respect. You know, it's obviously, I mentioned it has partnerships with Disney, and there's been hints that there's going to be partnerships with Bollywood and things like that. But I think the Ethereum merge to proof of stake, I don't think that's going to hurt Polygon. I think Polygon's just going to ride that wave, because it's so integrated with Ethereum at the moment. There's already 19,000 dApps on the Polygon network. It has got ApeCoin on it, so you know that's one of the strongest, biggest crypto communities. So if you've got that, you've got that kind of circular economy that forms around those crypto communities. It's got well, Facebook have just announced that their NFTs on Instagram will be you know, the functionality of those NFTs will be open to any NFT on the Polygon network. And really, at this moment in time, if you are a Facebook creator, are you going to want gas fees of like 300%, or are you going to want those minimal gas fees that are available on Polygon? So I think that's going to really expand Polygon's use case. And also, Polygon has opened up a lot of interest from institutions, not just these big media conglomerates like Disney and possibly Bollywood firms, but also Polygon Nightfall has opened up for institutions to be able to do like use blockchain technology in a more private way and things like that. So they're kind of expanding in all these different areas. It's just been such a rapid rise for Polygon. Now, I say that that's a good short-term vehicle to ride, because I think that it's just rising all the time. But in December, Polygon is having what it's called a vesting cliff is coming up in December of this year. And that's basically all the early investors and the founders that locked Matic for that amount of time, but that all those wallets are going to be open, so they'll be able to dump if they want to. So you could see a price dump come December, but then again, you may not. It just depends how strong Polygon is. It's a little bit like the MT Gox release that's coming in the coming months of Bitcoin. Like, are Bitcoin holders just going to immediately drop? I don't think they are. I think Bitcoin holders, as soon as they get their Bitcoin, are just going to hold on and maybe and ride the wave, and hopefully it appreciates. So yeah, so if you're saying for short term, definitely Polygon. Short term, definitely Ethereum. Now, if you want to go real into the sort of the periphery and the margins of the cryptocurrency space, there is a very, very I follow the trends of these crypto communities, and I think that one of the, if you listen to Vitalik, he says the thing about Bitcoin is it is the digital asset or the currency that gives the network its value, but in Ethereum, it's the community that gives the network its value. But the community is so strong in like SHIB Army, in different things like that. But if you look at the coin Digitaro Suka, now that basically is seeing a lot of SHIB Army holders basically jumping ship onto Digitaro Suka, because there's all these rumors that Ryoshi, who founded SHIB, was leaving kind of cryptic messages on the blockchain to hint that this is his new project. So this has just got, like, if you only need to go on Reddit just to see the fervor and the excitement around this. So like, if you're following those crypto communities, I think the strongest and hottest at the moment is Digitaro Suka. If you're going to go for a use case, definitely Polygon. And if you're going to go for a complete sure bet, Ethereum, because of the coming merge.
Yeah, and as you said that because inflation is on the rise across the globe, and the economy in US is going to, it's not in the right place right now. We are seeing a sort of depression or economic stagnation. So do you think these are the things which are fueling the crypto market right now? Are they playing a big role across the globe for the investors? The rising inflation and the stagflation, which is they're finding in the economy.
Yeah, definitely we're going into a period of stagflation. It's weird, isn't it? Because if interest rates are going to rise, that's going to reduce liquidity and disposable income from retail investors. But then if you're going to sort of use the counter argument, then people are looking at 13% inflation rises of the pound, equal to that in the yen and the dollar and things like that. So people are probably thinking, okay, I don't want to park my money in those fiat currencies. So they're looking at crypto as well as a way to kind of grow their income. But then again, it's completely volatile, and it's correlated with the NASDAQ, and big institutions are basically, they're selling all their stocks because they want to pay off their debt before interest rates rise even more. So it's, I don't know, it's very risky. I suppose it's a balance between rising inflation, but also interest rates affecting people that want to basically pay off debts before they rise even more.
Yeah. So my next question is, like, Dubai is coming as a hub of crypto players. Singapore is coming up with a legislation for how crypto. Am I audible, right?
So that was Dubai, you said at the beginning?
Yeah, Dubai.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so Dubai is coming as a crypto hub, players of crypto, emerging as a crypto hub of players who are in cryptocurrency. Singapore is coming up with legislation for use of cryptocurrency. So do you think that the future of cryptocurrency will be led by the global East compared to the global West?
Well, it depends how regulation affects these different jurisdictions. I think if the regulators are going to come down hard in the US and Europe and maybe the UK, I don't know how the UK are going to play it, because the UK have the Law Society in England are trying to classify digital assets in a unique way, which actually could play well for the UK. So if these jurisdictions, like say South Korea, they seem a little bit more, this new administration is a bit more crypto friendly. You mentioned Dubai, which is crypto friendly, Singapore. If these administrations are lax with the regulation, then you definitely will see a lot of firms wanting to jump ship and move to these places. And also there's a lot of homegrown talent. Singapore, I think, is not KuCoin. A lot of homegrown talent coming out of Dubai. A lot of Hong Kong was really, really strong. Obviously, in China, there's a massive. But this is the way I look at it. Where is crypto necessary? Where is it necessary to use it? Was necessary to use crypto in Lebanon. It's necessary to use crypto in Turkey because the almost hyperinflating currencies. It's necessary to use crypto in China because if you're in the China, you can only send out $50,000 per year is capped at that. Anything over that's money laundering. So like it's necessary to use crypto for those in those countries. So I think that's going to be the biggest driver. Where is it necessary to use crypto? Because at the moment, like it's not necessary for me to use crypto for a microfinance loan in the UK. I don't need to. But maybe if I'm in
China.
Kenya, or if I'm trying to get money out of China, although China's really clamping down, it's necessary for me to use crypto. So I think those kind of markets are ones to watch. Because in the West, people are just using it as a kind of a casino to speculate, and a lot of the DeFi is a lending body lending to another DeFi body to speculate on a different DeFi body. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of a bubble.
So,
who's using DeFi to build an extension on their house? Who's using DeFi to buy a car? It hasn't really jumped to those practical use cases.
Yeah. So what I could infer from your conversation is that in West, it's more like a fashion or a being cool thing to be investing in digital currency, whereas in East or in the global South, it is the necessary, which is driving the investment in cryptocurrency, right?
I think mass adoption needs necessity. Like mass adoption of the internet, at the beginning, it wasn't necessary for everyone to use the internet. But as more and more jobs and more institutions and everybody started using it, like it was a necessity. It's necessity now to own a mobile phone. So the head of Fidelity has said that he sees Bitcoin adoption going at the same rate as mobile phones. So, but I don't know because really, like you could see mobile phones just went from in about two or 3 years from not many people owning the mobile phones to nearly everyone owning them.
Everyone
that was just
owning
out of
it.
necessity. I don't know. The head of Fidelity has said that adoption of Bitcoin is going to go at the same rate as mobile phone adoption, but that is a very, very that's very promising if you're holding Bitcoin at this moment in time, because I think that could see it going to 300K in the next 2 or 3 years, which is a shocking number.
Yeah. So as you see that adoption will play a key role, and you are comparing the adoption of Bitcoin with the adoption rate as it happened with the mobile. So do you think in future government are going to accept Bitcoin as a legal tender? And if so, which country do you think will be leading, or which part of the world will be leading? If you don't want to go into the specific.
Well, I suppose I could speak for the UK, which is researching their central bank digital currency. You could also look at India, which is researching their central bank digital currency. And any of these central bank institutions that are hoping to roll out central bank digital currency, the regulators are in the wing trying to clamp down on Bitcoin and push down, crypto, so they can roll out the central bank digital currency over the top of it and kind of hopefully distract people from using crypto. So I think if a country is really, really serious about issuing a central bank digital currency, they're not going to be crypto friendly, but it may, and it just it's whatever nation. Like if you're a nation and your currency is pegged to the dollar and the dollar is inflating, like say it could be like Kenya or somewhere like that, then it's probably going to be wiser to maybe have a reserve of or people in that country to use a currency that's actually not going to inflate at the same rate. But then again, Bitcoin is so volatile. Like we've seen what happens in El Salvador, where people attempt to use it, but like it's not used on the ground. things like USDC will be used. And I actually think that the US probably won't go down the line of central bank digital currency. The US will probably go down the line of trying to officialize a really, really strong stablecoin. Maybe one that will be backed by a currency board that's backed by real dollars.
Yeah. So, and this will be my last question to you, Brian, that what do you think that in the coming years, will blockchain play a pivotal role in the world of finance and economy? Because it is linked with Web3, it is linked with crypto market. So do you think blockchain will play a pivotal role in the world of finance?
Yeah, there's a lot of promises with blockchain and a lot of people saying it's going to change this, that, and the other. But really, there needs to be a link between what happens on the blockchain and the legislative organizations within whatever jurisdiction. So if people are going to say, oh, all land deeds are going to be on the blockchain, well, they have to basically link up with the legal requirements for land deeds in those jurisdictions for it to really matter. Because really, what does it matter if there's a land deed NFT on the blockchain if it's not legally recognized by the government in that country? It doesn't matter. And also, if things like intellectual property rights, or the music industry or the film industry gets really behind it, and the legal aspect backs up what's on the blockchain, then a massive industry will just develop around it. I don't know. I haven't seen any examples of that yet. That's the problem. But other examples, I suppose, if you're talking about finance, I say again, it's necessary to use blockchain and DeFi in certain countries, but in other countries it's not. It's faster, it's more efficient to use a centralized financial institution. I don't think many people are worried too much about corruption in sort of Western countries yet. It's not a big thing about people meddling or centralized authorities having control over ledgers. So it's not in the public. It's
not in the public yet, yeah.
So yeah, so I would say blockchain technology really needs to have that conversation with the powers in the institutional powers in different countries to see whether they can actually bridge the gap between the digital world and the physical world.
So thank you, Brian, for this interaction. I really enjoyed talking to you on this wide topic of blockchain. And I keep following your work, and we at the organization also keep sharing your articles with you, right? They are really insightful. So we look forward to having you in the panel discussion also, which we are planning for the next month on this, on a similar topic related to this. We would love to host you there also. Thank you very much for taking out time. Have a great day.
Thanks, Alec. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.